Alright, picking up where we left off. I don't know where we left off, but I am in the middle of operating this bale picker upper. And instead I'm unloading it. That's not what I wanted to do. That's no bailout. Reject. Yes, Evelyn, what's the matter? Alright, clean these crumbs up over here, Chow. How's your little arm doing? Evelyn burned herself yesterday, and it was my fault, and now I feel very bad about it. She always wants to help with the fire, so I had her put a log in. Oh, come on, is this really not going to pick it up? Alright, no. If you don't unload the bales, it gets locked up, and so it's a bug. What?
Remember how you were talking about how Chuck hurt yourself?
Yeah, so she opened the door and it came back and tapped her arm, and of course the door gets. Yeah, it like she put the log in and the fire sparked and she kind of jumped, and she burned her arm, so it sucks. So she's got a little bandage on there with not Neosporin, triple antibiotic ointment. It didn't burn her real bad, but it did, it did burn her top layer of skin. I felt really bad for her because those burns, I don't know if you guys have ever had a burn before, but most people in life have had a couple, and they hurt forever, man. When I was hey Mater, what's up, buddy? When I was a teenager, I had and we're gonna do a little test here in a little bit with wrapped bales, silage. Somebody said that you could put them into the biogas plant now. I know some of you are going to be mad at me, but I want to get the finances rolling here. It's taken forever. I'm just not patient. So anyway, we're going to try that and just see if it works. And then we might try it again and again and again. Until we can afford our bigger tractor. Anyway, I don't want to trade these guys in, so... when I think I might have been like 13 years old or 12 years old. I was, like early teen years. And speaking of which, Seth, put another log on the fire. It's freezing here this morning. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, so it was like a rainy day. And I got home from school and everybody was gone and the house was locked and I didn't have a key. Usually somebody was home. I lived with my mom and my grandparents, so there was always somebody home. But in this case, everybody happened to be gone. And so I was like, and it was cold and rainy, like that kind of spring, clammy, yucky, Cleveland weather. And the rest of these are going to get wrapped. Pardon me. And so I just was, I was cold, and I got into we had a Caprice Classic, like 1980s Chevy Caprice Classic, and I was sitting in there trying to stay warm, and I bumped the cigarette lighter with my knee, and I didn't realize I had knocked it in, so it turned on, and I didn't know anything about cigarette lighters. Nobody in my family smoked. None of us had ever had anything to do with cigarettes, so I bumped it in, and then it popped out. Like, when they're done, they pop out, and it fell onto the floor. And I was like, oh, oops. Like, I didn't know what it was. So I was kind of like, oh, I knew it was a cigarette lighter, but I didn't know. Oh, crap, I pressed the wrong button. I didn't know what to do with it. So I went down to pick it up, not realizing that the thing was, scalding hot on the inside. So I put my thumb right on that, and I burnt the crap out of my finger. Oh, it hurt so bad. And I'll tell you what, man, that thing hurt for weeks. Like, it felt like my thumb was on fire. And it just, it's like those burn injuries are so painful. So I feel bad for Chuck because she burned her little arm. Poor Chubba. You going to share candy with Mater?
Yeah, he has a ring, like a diamond-shaped ring that you put on your finger when you step on it.
We're all sick. I'm feeling okay, but my wife is really sick. The kids have mostly already been through it and gotten over it, but the rest of us are struggling. Oops. Come here, buddy. Here, Belly. So what we can do is, if this works and our silage bale is accepted, I will go, instead of logging today, because I'm tired of logging. I've logged on Sosnovka. I'm logging on Bjornholm. I'm just burnt. I'm logged out. I'll go mow some more grass on some of these other fields and collect it and turn it into silage and then deliver it to the biogas plant. Whoa. If it works. Like I said, this is from a viewer. They said, oh yeah, you can dump these in. And I'm like, really? I think I've tried before, but maybe not. I don't really remember. So if he's correct, you know, this could be a way to make silage without having to have a harvester. And dang it, I'm going to have to update all my videos. Because you just need it's still expensive because you need a baler. These are going to be wrapped, so we're going to park these outside. I need 3 rows of wrapped bales, 3 rows of whatever those are. So we're going to dump them here. We're going to put them all together and use our bale wrapper to wrap them. Whoa! You okay, bud? Yeah. Yeah. Looks like we're going to have a pretty close to exact number. Which stinks because then it's going to make me have a not exact number when I take the bale to dump it in. The sacrificial bale. If it doesn't go, then I'll bring it back, but boop. I mean, really, that was a very, and it's not going to happen like that every time because you always collect slightly different amounts of grass, but that was a very even 3 trailer loads full of bales. So we had, how many bales did we get from that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22. Oh yeah, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 30 bales from that field. That is excellent. That's a lot of bales. That's a lot of bales. Done lots of bales. Done good. We done good. All right, so whoop. Oops, wrong button. I meant to U-load. So I don't know if you guys have been watching. Steam is releasing a bunch of new hardware. I know for a while they toyed around with making their own console called the Steamboat, but that never took off. Then they've also kind of tinkered with Linux. Evelyn or Seth put another piece of wood in, and in that tinkering, they kind of came up with a system that will kind of do what they wanted it to do without having to release an entire system. So for $50, you get this Steam. And of course it says in fine print, it says, wired network preferable, a Steam streamer. And so you plug one end into your computer via USB, and then you plug it into an Ethernet cable and go to your router, and then you plug the other end into whatever device you want to stream to. So like your television, your if you have an HDMI computer monitor, but you won't get any audio. That's the I just realized that's a problem. There's no audio. If you do it to a, come on, unfold. If you do it to a monitor, you will have 0 audio. Maybe it has audio outs on it. I don't know. I'll have to look at it again. But it wants to hook to an... What? Oh.
How can he do?
It knows they're grass bales. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh, what a dud. I wonder. Because it's not hay, it doesn't like it. So that's a bummer. Wow. See, you should be able to wrap grass. You want the grass to be wet when you wrap it. I think. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a farmer, so I don't know. I've never actually done bale wrapping, but this changes everything. Screwed. Oh, brother. So next time I have to tet it first if I'm going to make... But it makes hay. That should be... But it's not. It must not be categorized as hay. That's weird. So what is it categorized as, and what do you do with it? Can I still use it as hay in my mix? Let's find out. Oh, what's up, Pants? Seth. If I have to tell you to put a log in the fire again, I'm going to make you turn the video games off, dude. Alright, so we need to go grab some arms.
Don't touch.
Don't touch. Don't touch.
Evelyn, please don't touch my
Yeah, Evelyn, don't touch this game. Seriously, that's not cool.
Don't go anywhere.
I don't know the controls, so I'm not doing it.
Evelyn, touch not lest ye be touched. Where? Let's see. Where are my arms? They got to be down here somewhere. There
Yeah,
they.
they're on your freaking body.
They're my fickin' bahi.
Your freaking body.
My what?
Oh, not those arms. Not even your arms.
Ha 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 ha. Ho, 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 ho. Good one, Seth. All right, so. Whoop.
Ow. That's freezing. Says you gotta push that log in more.
Like, yeah, like really get it in there. On top of the fire that's already going. Yeah, you can use this. Implements. Lift it up on top. Like all the way. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Oh, jeez. Alright, so we have our little alms. And we're going to make mixed rations. It's not a cut, it's a burn. Alright, so if I grab this guy. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Crud buckets. There we go. Oh, this thing's already got TMI in it. Oh, or TMR. We're gonna go dump the rest of this out so that I don't, because I don't. You do. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get any more in here. The cows are piggies. Oh wait, no, they're cows. Yeah, that's all it's got. Crap, I can't even test it. Well, if I put one of those bales in, this is probably a bad idea because it's gonna. Nah, I'm not going to. I know. Pull the stopper out. The middle one. You said the right one's out, right? So pull the middle one out. Pull it out. Don't pull it all the way out. But hurry up. Pull it out.
Which way?
Towards out. Like this.
Half or no?
Mostly. Most of the way. There you go. The fire's getting hot. And they're all just standing there looking at it. Like, no, pull it out. Oops. Crap. What does it matter? Oh, it sucks. What a dud. What a dude. Dudley.
Here, let me put on a fan.
Meow. Alright, so. Freaking fudge nuts.
Put it on.
I can't believe I can't wrap these. There's probably some mod that you have to download so that you can do it. Because I think, like I said, I think if you're making silage, I think you want the grass to be wet because the moisture is part of the process of breaking it down. You know, that's why you can put grass into the silos, not hay. You don't put hay in the silos. You put grass in the silos because you want that moisture. I don't know. So hang on, I want to look up. I'm gonna see if I can find a modification that'll allow me to do that. But I'll be right back. So it looks like online there's nothing that allows you to wrap these. So they're still usable, obviously. You can feed them to your cows in your mixed ration. It is considered a hay bale, but I think. Let's see what happens if I put this in the... We're going to have to try it in here, which I hate to do, but it might screw up my mixed rations. If we can, let's see what happens. Boop. Yeah, it took it. So now when I connect to this, it should show that the hay is way out of whack. Like there's way more hay than other stuff. Take it easy there, mate. No fussing. Oh, weird. Now it considered it silage. That's really weird. It considered it silage. So these can go over... Well, I am really confused. So this is considered silage already. How bizarre is that? Well... Huh, I have to think about this now. So, if I put one of these in, this should balance it back out. So even though these bales look exactly the same, it's reading those grass bales as silage. And that would make sense because the grass bales are wet, so they should ferment, even if they're... I mean, the wrapping would help it a lot, but even if they're not completely wrapped. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh, Arthur. The perspective thing is killing me. Ugh. Yeah. I'm so bad at working around the bales. I should have changed my camera angle to make sure. I will grab this one that's closest. So if I put this in, this should restore our mix closer to total mixed ration. We might have to add a little more hay, or straw, I mean. But so. So wrapping, or not wrapping, but making grass bales, if they convert directly to silage, you don't need the bale wrapper. Interesting. There's all kinds of possibilities. I'm so confused right now. Alright, let's hook up here. This thing's going to be really full. It's probably going to be out of whack now. No, it's still... What? I put that hay in and it got all funky. It went up higher on the silage. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This is weird. It's like it didn't even accept it. It's bizarre. Oh, I don't know. I wonder if I can dump this off with the sheep. I want to start over again. I want to put it in and just see what it comes up as. I wonder how we empty this. I hate to waste all this, but there'll be more. Where's the sheep? I've never done... Oh, the sheep are really far away. Shiz. So that's not going to work. Forget it. Dang it. And this batch is screwed up. Maybe it'll let me put this, because it's not total mixed ration, though, it'll let me dump it. We'll have to see. Sometimes they have multiple bins. like for the different animals, like they consider different containers. So let's try this and see what happens. So I just need to get this stuff out of here. The cows won't be as productive as they eat it, but still be available. Yeah, see, it's going to let me empty this out because it's not silage. And once again, the cows won't be as efficient when they eat that because it's not mixed right, but now we'll be able to tell what those bales are. Okay, so let's grab one of these mystery bales. And we're going to back out here. Boop, we'll push these back. Oh, that didn't work. Got to keep them separated. Okay. So that shows up as silage. Weird. Okay. Now, I don't remember, though. Did I do these like that? Yes, I did. That's why, because only the one that was in the back was the original hay. This guy right back here, oops, was the only one that wasn't the new stuff. So that's why it came out as silage. Okay. All right. Now I'm getting it. I'm starting to understand a little more. I want to get these out of here because these are not, these bales are all going to be silage then. And we'll just sell these then. If that's the case, I'll just take them down to the biogas plant if I can and sell them. Be interesting. Trying to push these over so I don't want to knock that other one over though. Come on. All right. So we're going to push all these this way. Okay, so lesson learned. Number one, if you take your grass bale and you don't, or your grass, and you don't ted it, and then you bale it using, because you have that add to grass or whatever, the mod that I put in there to allow me to pick up just wet grass, which is really what you're supposed to use to make silage. It just makes it silage. It's considered a silage bale, so it's considered a wrapped bale, which is nice because then you don't have to wrap anymore. But except for it's kind of fun to wrap, but and I think in real life you would wrap the grass. You'd still have to wrap it, but the game doesn't allow you to do that, so that kind of arfs things up a little bit. Uh-oh. Don't want to knock that over. Gotta push these over here. And we'll get this all organized, but I want to get these away so that they're not mixed up with this. Ah, son of a biscuit. Of course, that one's got to roll behind there, and it's still rolling. Hopefully it'll roll out the other side. Gravity in this game. Look at these. That thing's going to keep swinging until it totally falls over. Alright, so these are hay. I'm sorry, these are silage. Alright, so I'm going to have to grab this one by hand. This thing's just going to keep swinging until it falls over. Look at that.
I love these cookies so much I don't want to eat it.
Stop it. There we go. Got to stabilize that. Alright, pick this up. Alright, so we got that out of the way. Good, that's good. I don't care if I fell out. I just want to get it away from those other ones so they're not getting confused.
No, you already got two out of the
All right, so there's that. All right, so now we have all the silage stuff in the middle.
Yeah, that's it.
These are just hay now. So let's go grab these. This one I put in.
No
We
more.
should see a 50-50 mix of hay and silage.
So
So that's pretty neat. The only downside is they look exactly the same, so it's going to be hard to distinguish which is hay and which is straw. And now, of course, in real life, like I said, I did some research on it. You can wrap hay bales, but they make haylage. It's not considered silage. Silage comes from wrapped grass, not tedded. You want the grass to be wet because that moisture is what helps aid the anaerobic process where it ferments. You need water for fermentation, so if it's dry, it's going to be a lot harder to ferment. Can you guys please pick up all the wrappers that you have thrown all over the floor now? Yeah, well, whatever. I didn't ask who did what. I just want the wrappers picked up. Thank you. There we go. So it's 50-50. So the reason for the confusion was I forgot that I had put those other bales that were there were... All right, so... Okay. So we're going to have to mow again tomorrow and really get more hay because I'm out of hay. I'm really low on hay, but I have plenty... More than enough silage, more than I will need ever. So we're going to sell some of those bales if we can and see if that works. But I am going to clean this up too. So let's park this right here. And I'm going to grab this guy. Sorry once again about the background noise. We do heat our home with firewood. I am in the room where the fireplace is. Surprisingly, it's not getting real hot in here. I was hoping it'd be hotter, but it's starting to warm up. We just started the fire this morning, so it got really cold this morning. So we had a little fire last night, but now we're burning wood in earnest to warm the house up. And so you're going to hear that fan in the background, and I apologize if you're hearing that noise. I don't know if you can pick it up real good, but I'm imagining this microphone picks everything up, so you're probably hearing that shh, and that's what that is. So, but it can't be helped. I am going to move my computer somewhere different, probably once we really get, because this room, when the fire gets going all the time, it gets really hot in here, like to the point where it's not pleasant anymore. And but we use it, obviously it heats the whole house, so we're willing to put up with a little bit of unpleasantness. I'm not gonna be able to get that bale. To get the rest of the house heated, and it's really crazy how well it works. It's actually surprising. We moved down here to Medina in, I guess it was the 90s, because it'll be 2005, because we're 2015. We've been here for almost 10 years, so, or just over 10 years. So when we moved down here, the house is an all electric house, which means that instead of a furnace, we have a reverse heat pump. What that means is basically the air conditioner runs backwards and it blows cool air into the house. But it's not cold air, it's cool air. And so what that means is that the temperature goes up in the house because you're blowing 70-degree air into the house. If it's 20 outside, you have 70-degree air blowing into the house, so it warms the house up. But the problem is that it doesn't feel warm. It feels like you've got the air conditioning on. So you always have this cold air blowing in the house, even though the house is warmer than it is outside. It doesn't work well. It sucks. For a southern home, down in, Louisiana, where the temperature, rarely ever goes below 50, well, it's an acceptable solution. But up here in Ohio, I don't know what they were thinking by doing that. And even Al, my uncle, said when we visited him this past couple months, they have that in their house. They're in Texas. And he's like, oh yeah, he's like, honestly, even though it is Texas, I still turn the full blast, like the electric heater portion on, because it's too cold. It doesn't feel right. So even down there, it doesn't work well. But up here, you can imagine with our bitter, negative temperatures and stuff in the winter, it just doesn't work at all. So you're freezing, even though the house is 70 degrees, it's freezing. So we years ago put in a wood burner, and that really makes a huge difference in the quality of our standard of living, if you will. It was $3,000, but we got onto a program with our local electric company because our house is all electric. They give us a discount, and since we have a wood burner, they deliver wood for free 2 or 3 times a year. So not only do we get wood from our neighbors off when they cut trees down, but we also get this wood from that program, and so it it allows us to heat the house, and it works really well. It's super nice having a house that's warm. It's the things you don't think about, like, oh, it's just regular heat versus that, but no, it makes a big difference. The house goes from being, sufficiently warm to live in to actually being cozy, All right, these last two I'm going to have to pull out by hand because they're in an awkward spot. Pop these guys out here. Nice. Yeah, and that was my fault for stacking those over there with the regular hay. It's not hay, and I wasn't thinking, and I just piled those there, because they look like grass. That's going to be a problem. That's the only downside. They should make these, and of course, that would require a mod again. They should make these look like darker green, so that you can tell they're still wet, Peoples. Peoples. Keep on peopling. What? What? She thought you deleted what the hell. Whoa. Anger management. Alright, so we're going to park this guy back here. We should be done with the stuff. With his stuff. And well, obviously we still need to add a hay bale to that mixed ration. I'll probably forget about it and try to load it in, so we need to do that before I leave. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, now that I have that area cleared, this tractor is actually going to be the one we're going to use to try our we're going to put this one more trailer full in here, because we'll have 3 trailer loads of silage. You know it. You know it.
Dad, the fire.
What about the fire? What? We'll push the stopper in a little bit. Are you afraid it's going out? Push the stopper in a little bit if you're afraid it's going to go out. It's not. I don't think it'll go out, but you don't have to push it in all the way. Just a little bit. So great. No. No. No.
You are funny, Dad. John's going. You know it. You know it.
You know. You know.
Johnny.
Do 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 do. I never liked Michael Jackson. Sorry for those of you Michael Jackson fans out there. But I did like Weird Al.
I did like Thriller. That's the only Michael Jackson song I like.
Nah, I don't like Thriller. It's not bad. Looking back from a nostalgia standpoint, as an older person, I'd rather hear that than Lady Gaga.
It's really the only Michael Jackson song I like.
They have, we hear, ever since he died, and I've said this before, they play it at weddings all the time now, but I don't mind when Thriller comes on. I will say that music stood up through the test of time, so even, 30 years later, it still sounds amazing. Like, all the frequencies are there as far as like bass and treble and good mixing, and it's well done. I don't love the music itself, but it is well done. I can't argue with that. So once again, even if I don't like music, I'll acknowledge it's good if it's good. Doesn't mean I have to like it, but it doesn't mean it's bad either. But most stuff that's nowadays is not good. Anyway, all right. Boop.